Communication by nature is a very interdisciplinary field. So I have to collaborate with other people. I listen to and work with psychologists, for example, who help us understand that because of the natural limitations of our brain, it's very hard for us to understand that people come at problems with different perspectives. And it's also very easy for us to become attached to our particular way of thinking, presuming that it's the only way of thinking about a particular problem. I also work with sociologists who point to how economic or community development or social structures in different areas can make a difference in how we might resolve these kinds of tensions over things like climate change or water use. I think those are the two best examples that I can give, sociology and psychology. I do, in fact, work on these issues of political language and wicked problems outside of the university, and in two ways. Number one, the most common thing that I do is help organizations facilitate conversations about how to formulate new policies about climate change. So, for example, next week I'm going to start facilitating conversations for a network of environmental activists across the state who want to influence policy at the state level. They're going to make the decision, but sometimes it's really helpful for people to have a formal process and someone who's attending to that process to make sure that all voices get heard and to make sure that different perspectives are weighed fairly. So I'm often helping to facilitate those kinds of conversations in the public. So I've done that both within organizations, between organizations, and also at a community level. Here in Kansas, we really make an effort to bring voices in to help state leaders understand and appreciate how different climate policies might be affecting people out in the field, so to speak. And I've been involved in facilitating some of those conversations. I would add, though, Lena, that in addition, as a private citizen, I get involved in these kinds of decision-making processes myself. I work with an organization, for example, that's called Citizens Climate Lobby. I don't work as a Kansas State professor, but just as a citizen of the state of Kansas and of the world who's concerned about climate action and doing something to improve all of our futures. That's one way that I practice what I teach in how people can more effectively use language to get involved in public decision-making.